If I walked up to you and asked for $5,000 cash right now, you would think I was insane. But if I ask for $10 a month, you would probably say, sure, hit Face ID, and thank me for how easy it was. Today we are exposing how tiny subscriptions are quietly deleting your future wealth, one painless charge at a time. This is the boiling frog problem of personal finance. Nobody wakes up and decides to be broke. It happens because 17 different corporations are siphoning money out of your account while you sleep, and each one feels too small to care about. And by the end of this video, you will have a simple way to value any subscription properly, so you can decide on purpose what stays and what gets cut. Because the main thesis is this: a $10 subscription is not a small expense. It is a wealth leak. Picture an average guy, let's call him subscriber Sam. He is on his couch, he is relaxed, life is fine. Then, tiny, cute little leeches start crawling out of his TV, his phone, and his fridge, and they attach to his arm. Leech number 1, just $15, Sam. Leech number 2, just $10, Sam. Leech number 3, just $50, Sam. Leech number 4, you haven't been in 6 months, but just $30, Sam. And Sam does not panic, because each one is just a small amount, but by the end of the month, Sam is a dried-up husk, and the leeches are fat and shiny and bursting with cash. Quick question: if your bank statement could talk, what would it say you are renting right now? Because we need to talk about the real enemy. The enemy is not your lack of discipline. The enemy is the rent-seeking corporation, the company that no longer wants to sell you something once. They want to rent it to you forever. In the business world, there is a term that explains almost everything happening to your wallet: ARR, annual recurring revenue. Wall Street loves ARR. Investors do not like one-time sales. They like predictable, smooth cash flows that look like a machine. So a company that sells you a blender once might be valued like a normal business. But a company that rents you that blender for $10 a month, suddenly it is a subscription powerhouse. It can borrow more money, inflate projections, and look unstoppable because the revenue is locked in. And here is the mindset shift you need to see. They do not want you to be a customer. They want you to be a user. A customer buys things. A user pays rent. Think about it. It is not just Netflix. Even fast food, car washes, software, and printers want subscriptions now. Why? Because the subscription model turns your paycheck into their asset. So do this mental shift starting today. Label subscriptions as rent. Not only $12, not free trial, not it is just a small fee, rent, because rent has a job, it must justify its existence. Now let's break down how these subscriptions slip past your defenses, because they are not just convenient, they are engineered. Point 1. The pain of paying asymmetry. Subscriptions feel harmless because your brain literally reacts differently. There is research suggesting that when you pay a big amount up front, like $120 cash, a part of your brain associated with discomfort, often called the insula, lights up. It feels like, ouch, that is real money. But when you pay $10 a month for 12 months, your brain barely registers it. The pain center stays sleepy because each charge is small, familiar, and automatic. Let me give you a simple example. Scenario A: you buy a $60 game today. Your brain lights up red, ouch. Scenario B: you pay $15 a month for a game subscription. Your brain stays calm and blue, ah, comfy. Same category of spending, totally different emotional experience. And that is the trap. When payments are broken down, people can spend dramatically more, because the brain keeps perceiving the cost as negligible every single time. A common mistake people make is asking, can I afford $15 this month, instead of asking, is this worth the long-term drain? So let's put numbers to it. This is an example. If you have 6 subscriptions averaging $15, that is $90 a month. You do not feel it, but that is $1,080 per year quietly leaving your life. Action you can take today. Open your bank app and search this month for words like recurring, monthly, membership, subscription, annual. Make a list. Do not judge it yet, just surface it. The first win is visibility, because you cannot fix what you cannot see. Now point 2, vampire costs and dark patterns. Some subscriptions are not just expensive, they are designed to be hard to kill. These are vampire costs. They feed slowly, constantly, and you forget they are there until you add up the damage. and companies use what are often called dark patterns, interfaces and processes designed to push you toward yes and trap you away from no. This is the Roach Motel strategy. You can sign up in one click with Face ID, but to cancel, suddenly you have to find a hidden menu, call a number, wait on hold, speak to a retention specialist, answer questions like it is a breakup, and possibly mail a blood sample. And the craziest part, a lot of people think that only happens to careless people. No, it happens to normal people who are busy, tired, and dealing with life. One stat worth sitting with. The average American spends $348 per year on subscriptions they forgot they had. Not subscriptions they love, forgotten ones. A common mistake is treating cancellation like a future problem. I will cancel later. Later becomes never, so think about this example. A free trial that converts to $19, $99 a month is about $240 a year. If you forget it for 2 years, that is $480 for something you might not even recognize on your statement. One clean rule to protect yourself. If you cannot cancel it in under 60 seconds, do not sign up unless it is truly essential, and if you are already subscribed to a bunch of things. Do this. Set a calendar event called Subscription Cleanup, first weekend of every month, 10 minutes. That is it. Because subscriptions win by hiding. You win by making them visible and temporary. Now let's do a quick myth bust. Because this one keeps people stuck. People love to say, you are broke because you buy lattes. No, you are not broke because of one coffee. You are broke because your life has turned into a bundle of monthly contracts and nobody told you the real price. And the next part gets darker because subscriptions are not just digital anymore. Point 3. The erosion of ownership. Hardware subscriptions. For years, subscriptions were mostly entertainment. Music, movies, apps. Now it is physical goods. You may have seen examples like car features offered as subscriptions, like heated seats for a monthly fee, or printers that can refuse to print if you stop paying for an ink subscription. That is the scary shift. You can pay thousands for a product and still be treated like a tenant. If you stop paying, the thing you own stops working. Let that sink in. You become a tenant in your own life. A common mistake is assuming I bought it means I control it. Modern products can come with software locks, subscriptions, and terms that change later. So here is a simple example. If a feature costs $18 a month, that is $216 a year, over 5 years. You have paid $1,080 for something that used to be included in the purchase price. Action step. When you buy hardware, cars, printers, devices, ask one question before you buy. What stops working if I cancel? If the answer is basic functionality, consider alternatives or models that do not require ongoing payments to stay usable, because wealth building is partly about one word: ownership. Now point 4. Opportunity cost and the rule of 173. This part changes how you see every small subscription forever. Most people look at a subscription and see monthly cost. We are going to translate it into future wealth cost. Here is a simple shortcut you can use, called the rule of 173. Monthly subscription multiplied by 173 equals the approximate value in 10 years, if that money were invested instead. This is not a promise, and returns are never guaranteed. Markets can go up or down, and your results depend on time horizon, diversification, fees, and consistency. But it is a powerful lens. It forces the real question: is this subscription worth what it is stealing from future you? Let's do a concrete example. Netflix at $15 a month. 15 times 173 equals $2,595. So the better question is not, is Netflix worth $15? It is Netflix worth $2,600 of future wealth? And maybe the answer is yes. Entertainment matters, rest matters, convenience can be worth paying for, but now you are deciding like an adult with a plan, not drifting into poverty on autopilot. A common mistake is trying to optimize by cutting one thing, then keeping 20 other leaks. The power move is not cancel everything. The power move is only keep subscriptions that earn their keep. Action step. Pick your top 5 subscriptions. Multiply each monthly cost by 173. Write the number down. Then rank them. Which ones truly improve your life enough to justify that trade-off? because I am going to say the thesis again in a different way. $10 a month is not small. It's future money. Now let's run a simple simulation. Two friends, same income, same age, same city. Both earn $60,000 a year first. Subscription slave Sam. Sam subscribes to 5 streaming services, $80 a month, a meal kit, $200 a month, a clothing box, $100 a month. A gym membership he does not use, $50 a month, cloud storage, $10 a month, total, $440 a month, and Sam feels normal. Nothing seems outrageous, it is all just a little. But after 10 years, Sam has access history, logins, watched shows, old emails that say, "We updated our pricing." He owns no assets from those payments. Now, owner Owen. Owen does something boring but effective. He rotates streaming. Buys 1 month, watches what he wants, cancels, then switches later. He cooks most meals at home. He buys a kettlebell once. Instead of paying monthly for a gym he will not use. He trims digital storage, keeps what he needs, and he invests the difference. About $400 a month in this example. Over 10 years that can become roughly $70,000. Again, an example estimate, returns are not guaranteed and markets vary, but zoom out. Sam has a decade of premium access. Owen has an asset. Question: would you rather have $70,000 or a decade of premium access? That is the trade you are making, whether you are tracking it or not. Action step you can use immediately. The rotation rule for entertainment subscriptions. Keep one at a time. When you are bored, cancel and switch. You cut costs without feeling deprived. Now let's recap tight and clear. Subscriptions anesthetize the pain of spending. Small monthly payments slip past your brain. Companies push subscriptions because ARR makes their stock look better. Recurring revenue is the goal, not your well-being. Dark patterns trap you in vampire costs, and forgotten subscriptions can cost hundreds per year. Ownership is being replaced by rental life. Hardware features can literally shut off when you stop paying, and the opportunity cost is real. Monthly cost times 173 shows you the wealth you are trading away. And the main thesis one last time. A $10 subscription is not a small expense. It is a wealth leak that compounds against you. Final thought. Freedom is the ability to walk away. When you are tied down by 20, 30, 50 monthly contracts, you are not free. You are livestock, so cut the cords. And if you want a good next video after this, click the one on screen. Why you should cancel Amazon Prime. Because once you start seeing recurring charges as wealth leaks, you cannot unsee it.